let's get started on layout 2, and you're going to need some kind of box or safe place to do some spattering with the toffee shimmer brush. So I've already shook this up quite a bit, so it should probably spatter. So you just like hold on to it and just tap it so that you get little spatters all over the back of it. And I just keep one of the close to my heart, what I call pizza boxes, as my backup so that it doesn't get all over the place. So I do like big splotches to come down too. If you want bigger splotches, you're gonna put a little bit more ink. I'm just gonna kind of squeeze this over here to get just a little more of the ink out, and then tap it after that, and I get a little bit bigger ones. If you want lighter ones, just don't press so hard. Don't press at all, actually. So there's page 1, and then page 2. I'm gonna keep it out of that ink. Woo, this one did a good, got a lot of splotches there. Okay, and a few more here and there, and I think we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna let those dry and we will move on. Okay, the next prep step we need to do for this layout 2 is grab your 2 zip strips that are peach colored, and I'm just gonna put them together because we're gonna cut them in half. So I'm just going to try and put them right down in the center of my cutter here. And then I'm gonna take some washi tape and tack them down so they'll be easy to cut. So I really love washi tape, and I kind of wish it hadn't gone out of fashion. I guess it doesn't mean that I have to stop using it, but I don't have much anymore because I used it well when I did have it. But I do have some spare, and since we're talking about using our stash, this is a good way to use your washi tape, is to hold down things. So I'm gonna push this right in the middle over the groove where you cut, and that will help it stay still. And then I'm gonna, oops, the one on the bottom slid out. All right, I'm gonna hold it down steady and cut that so that I have 4 1/4-inch pieces. And then if you carefully take that washi tape off, it shouldn't damage it, because that's the whole point of washi tape, right? That it's removable. Imagine how you might use washi tape around the house too. So a lot of times when you only want to put down something just for a moment, we've been using it to hang pictures. Because if you take a frame, a lot of times, you know, you want to put nails at 2 sides of the frame and stuff. So we took a washi tape and put it across the back of the frame, and then just put a little dot on each spot where we needed to put the nail in, and then we carefully pulled the washi tape off and then put it on the wall, leveled it out where we wanted it, and that way we had exactly the spots where the nails needed to be for the frame. So that's another good way to use washi tape. All right, I'm gonna grab one of our first white cardstocks that we prepped and get started. This is not a very hard page, actually. These next 2 pages are pretty straightforward. So start with, it says, of course, do your distressing if you want to do distressing. Then we're going to do the word pattern paper. So you got 2 pieces for each page. We're doing left page only right now. Get some adhesive on that, and then you put it flush with the bottom and flush with the top. If you like that other side, go ahead and use the other side instead of the blue. And just put that right flush with the bottom. These are going to be quite easy. And then next up is going to be those pieces that you just cut of the zip strip. I'm going to flip this over to the side so I can kind of see better. And that's going flush with the top. And then you might need to, because these zip strips are going to be skinny, you might want to get a pen glue. So I'm going to grab one of mine. And when I cut these, one was just a little bit skinnier than the other. So I'm just going to kind of make sure. So I'm looking at these, how I want to do them. So I'm going to save that one and that one for page 2. And these are going to go right above and below the pieces you just glued. So I'm just going to do a little line of glue. If my glue is working. Doesn't seem to be coming. There we go. All right. So a thin line of glue right under it. Yep, this is not the close to my heart one. Sometimes I use that one and sometimes I use this. I gotten very used to using this one because we didn't have one for so long, so I forget. So it goes right across like that. And then the other page. All right, I love the shimmer sprinkles that we got in the background there. Because not only do they look cool just as a sprinkle, but they've got that shimmer in them. So, and the shimmer kind of starts to collect a little bit to the middle. And so the edges are more matte and with the shimmer inside. And it looks awesome. All right, that's the next one. And then we're gonna add the mitten and scarf paper. And this is gonna go all the way to the right and it's gonna be centered. So let me give you a measurement there. Ruler, I'm gonna guess. Now it's one thing, I can do this right on my Versamat, I always forget. So I'm gonna put that right in the middle of the 12 by 12 markings. And then I'm just going to put this over and it looks real obvious that it's going to be at the 2 mark and the 10 mark. So that from the top of the zip strip is 1 1/4 inch. If you have your Versamat, it's between the 2 and the 10. Let's get that on there. And the other side, of course, is the beach side. So depending on where you live, this will work. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that down nice and straight on my Versamat and start right at 2. And then just go along the flush edge. There we go. Okay. And then I think once I've done that, you just do all the glitter paper strips. So what she has done is she's got, she's doing the entire border of this piece on this page and on the second page with the glitter strips that you cut earlier. So I'm just gonna put a line of glue. So just match them up to the side that it works on. This is the shorter one. So this is gonna go here. Also, these are gonna go on the mats. So it's gonna be super pretty. Just a touch of sparkle. And I love that she chose this color because it's not the color I would have probably gone with. And so it really, I don't know, it just stands out nicely. I probably would have gone with a safer color, but she picked a really good choice here because it just kind of pops out. All right, get one of the longer ones. Put that there. And it should fit pretty much exactly if you cut right. If not, you can always trim. So over here, I'm a little short. So to make that look better, I'm gonna just push it right to the end because I'd rather have it be short on this end than here where the corners meet. So I'm pushing that up right up against the pattern paper there. Nobody's ever gonna notice that I'm like a 1/16 of an inch short there. Okay, and then the last one on the top here. And again, I'm gonna start it over where the corners meet in case I cut too short or too long. It is hard to have, you know, perfectly correct measurements all the time on every single piece of paper. I pretty much think it's impossible. So that's all done there. And the next thing says, let's see, then we're going to add the mat to the right edge and the center of this paper. So let's go ahead with that Versamat again. I'm going to center that right on the 12 by 12. See how handy this thing can be? Not to mention you can stamp when you're on the back side. So this is going to go all the way to the edge, dark side. Again, centering it between these two pieces. So on this, it looks like it's about at the 2 7/8 mark. And then up here, it's at the 9 1/8 mark. So let me give you the measurement from, if you don't have your Versamat, I'll give you the measurement from the bottom of the pattern paper here. So right about there. And from the bottom of the pattern paper, that looks like it's 7/8 of an inch from the bottom of the pattern paper, or a full inch from the bottom of the glitter paper. All right, and then I'm gonna put my, did I make one? Yep, I made, again, a photo placeholder here because I didn't have this size with me. Yep. I'm gonna center that inside of this mat. Easy peasy. All right, let's do some of decorating. You're gonna need your stickers. I'm gonna start with, and you're going to need your anti-static pouch. Let me grab mine. I kind of kept mine in this package because it gets a little powdery sometimes. All right, and you're gonna need this snowman with this hat. All right. And that means I'm going to have to powder because he's going to be right here overlapping this. I'm going to powder the right-hand side of the snowman so that he doesn't quite touch. And I am going to lay him flat and not with pop dots because I've got stuff to go over him. So he goes almost halfway down the bottom. And then his hat, I will powder the right-hand side. His hat also will kind of overlap that. There we go. And then next to him is the little deer here. So no coloring needed on this one. And this one can lay flat down too, and just kind of over where the tail kind of overlaps where his hand is. Stick that down. And then we're gonna put this, let me grab him. So remember your hat's gonna look a little redder than mine, but it's gonna be this snowman here with the gray trim and the basically orange or coral hat. And I'm only gonna put glue on the bottom part of him because he's also overlapping the photo. And he just kind of goes slightly tilted like that. And then we're gonna put down a mat. So this mat can be popped up. I think I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna overlap all of these things just slightly and it'll be tilted. And it's going about, you know, 3/4 of an inch. The top will be about 3/4 of an inch and the bottom tilt will be about an inch from the side. Doesn't matter. And it looks like we need to put one of these down first. So grab that you stamped. And before I put that mat down, I'm gonna lay this down flat right under here to the lower left of the deer. Then I'm gonna pop this up. So get my pop tape. All right, see how fast this is going together? I'm gonna flip it over to the dark side. And I do tend to use a lot because I want I want it to stay, and I don't want it to bend down when it's in the page protector and stuff. So, all right, get these out of the way. Very staticky. Hey, one advantage of having a lot of plants, which I have now, is that I bought a little mini humidifier, and that keeps moisture in our room. Not only good for the plants, but I hardly ever get shocked anymore, you know? So they're not very expensive, a very handy little item to have. Okay, so this is gonna go down, kind of tilted. And then I'm gonna put photo placeholder. Now here's another spot where if you're doing photo placeholders or not putting down your photo at all, it gets a little trickier because we've got this pretty little glitter paper that's supposed to go right on over your photo, right? But I don't have my photo down there. So this is where you could sit it aside and not put it down at all. Just put it in your page protector for when you add in photos. In this particular case for me, I'm going to glue it directly to the photo placeholder. And when I put my photo in, I will cut my photo shorter and make it like 3 2 3/4. And I'll just put it here above it, so that I don't have to save that off. All right, while we're over here decorating, we're also gonna need one of these that you stamped. So a nice little pop dot would work there, but I didn't grab my pop dots. I just thought I would use this today. So put a little pop dot on that, and that's gonna go up to the left of the snowman. And over on this snowman is going to be this particular sticker. And I think I'm gonna pop that up too. And since I'm not going to put my photo all the way down, it doesn't matter if it sticks to the photo placeholder. So I'm just gonna stick that there, like that. And then down here is this big one, and mine broke. This big snowflake. Now this, I don't think this was one of them that she backed, so she just put it down like this. So that's what I will do. And let me get the different glue. This is gonna be better than the pen glue that I've been using. And I'm going to do the shiny side with the glue. And that's just a matter of preference. The glue probably doesn't even stick as well to the shiny side, but I just like the matte side up better, because to me, the shiny side gets messy easily. The glue shows better, and you know, in a bad way, and also fingerprints and all that stuff, you know. So I'm just going to kind of put this over here to the left, and then I'm going to glue this piece in that's missing, and I'm going to put it on the shiny side. So, but that's just a matter of preference. All right, let me put that down. Fit that in there so that you don't know it was ever broken. Okay, done with that page, are we? Yes, we are done with that page. Excellent. So let me set that aside, and why don't we just move right on? I'll grab my other paper here. Oh, there's that. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Okay. I'll show you my little trick. I have a separate page that holds everything, so it's kind of the way that I want to put it on. It makes it easier for me when I'm teaching this to you. So here we go. It'll be the same as before. Gonna start with the word paper at the top and the bottom. I told you this one would go pretty fast, but oh so cute. It all comes down to those cute little die cuts, right? Those are what's really awesome about this one. Those little snowmen and the reindeer just makes it look awesome. And it's a nice different color combination than what we have in our current catalog, which is more of the traditional colors. So these are more of the non-traditional, so that everybody gets what they want. All right, like that. And then grab the other word paper. That's what we're looking for here. That's gonna go at the top. Still clearing my throat, and it is no longer morning, so I can't blame it on that. All right. That goes flush with the top, and then grab that other zip strip. Go right across. So my scrapbook room is now in the living room, if you can call it that. My husband has brought his desk up from the house, and so he has taken over where I was working, which was the guest room. So I'm now out in the living room, which works better for us, because if he had his office out here, it would be messy. At least I know I will clean up all of my table every day. So this actually works better, but I do miss my scrapbooking room. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and put the scarf and mitten paper down. And I'm going to center it using my Versamat first, just to see where that's gonna go. And if we did it from before, I believe it was between 2 and 10, which meant that from the white paper, from the zip strip, I should say, it's a 1 1/4. Okay. Let me make sure, because I think that looks a little crooked as I put these together, that's going to match up. And pretty good. Okay. I see my zip strips don't match quite as perfectly because this one's skinnier, but doesn't matter. All right, now let's get those glitter paper strips around it. Just match up with the size. Let's see. That's the one for that side, I believe. I'm gonna start over here at because this is the first one down. I'll just start right there. That looks like it's gonna match up nicely in the corner there. Okay, probably should start with the vertical one now that I'm thinking about it, just so that you get nice straight lines. So let me put that there. Yep. See, I need to move it over a little bit because mine is short. So let me put the vertical one down first. We'll go back and do that. So it's easier to put the glue on the paper next to that pattern paper than to try to put it on this skinny strip. And then let me put this right up against it. And then I'll go back and do this, because I do want them to be matched up in the corner here. And I can already tell this is a little short again. Okay. Just like that, and then we're gonna do one on the top. So I'm flipping my page all the way over just to make it easier. But we're now working at the top. And a little bit of glue. Match that up. And this one comes in a little short too. If that's something that bugs you, then you would want to test this out on your paper against the sweater paper first, and then maybe trim the sweater paper a little bit. But that doesn't bug me too much, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And I think the mat is next. And again, I'm going to take the one I just did just so I can line that up with it. And I just want to make sure it matches pretty well there, and I'm going to put that right next to it. Just an easier way to do it, but that'll still, I didn't tell you exactly what, it was like 7/8 inch up if I recall. 7/8 inch up from the bottom of the sweater paper. Just like that. And then put your photo or your photo placeholder down. And if you don't use photo placeholders, no need to. It just works well for me. Okay. Next, let's see. Got the, oh, we're gonna do the other mats. So we've got 2 other mats here. This glacier one looks like it's gonna have quite a bit of stuff on it, and I just want to make sure. I see something here that I don't think I got before, so I'll have to look around for where that is. I think that's a sticker, and I may have to update the stickers for you. So on the upper part here, I'm going to, I put a little bit of adhesive, but this tips slightly, so because it's gonna go over this other one about there, let's go about a 1/2 inch up. And I think the other one overlaps under it, but I think she overlapped under the photo placeholder. So let's just go ahead and put that down. So the second piece, it is overlapping the top, but then she stuck it kind of under the photo placeholder. So a little bit like this. So if you need a measurement, that's the lower right corner from the very bottom of the page is about 3.5-ish. All right, and then go ahead and put your photos down. That. And that. Get that on there a little straighter. All right. And then again, I'm going to go ahead with those little pieces of glitter paper. Now, if you want this to go over your photo, don't do this. Just save it in your page protector. If you have your photo, go ahead and do it now. But I am going to put it down here and then just alter my photo later. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to scrapbook myself at a retreat with a couple of my friends. And I'm taking all of my pre-made layouts and all of my photos, and we're gonna whip these babies out the whole weekend. That's all I'm gonna do is put photos onto already made layouts. And so this will be one of them. Now to find photos. Oof. I don't take many winter pictures because I am not a fan of winter. All right, let's kind of work top down. So upper right corner is going to be a sticker. And let me see. It's the sticker right here. And I see that I didn't mark this sticker because we are going to use that, and I didn't see it before. So even though it's not going to be on your marked ones, you're going to need it. So let me find a pen. Oh, my pens are gone. There's one. I do want to mark that on. So that's going to be for page 3. All right, but right now we're using this one. That's going to go upper right. You can pop dot it or put it down flat. I'm just going to go ahead and put it down flat. And then we're gonna take this one. Now remember, some of these I did okay with the papers behind it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it down as is. It's not perfect, but this would look fine, I think, without the backing. So if you didn't do the backing, I think it's gonna be just fine, so don't worry about that. Now, because this is tall, these snow letters are gonna need to be popped up, except for the letter S. So these are right here. The letter S is not gonna be popped up because it's going to go right on the snowflake. So that automatically pops it up. It's not gonna show real bright there. But the rest of them now, to be even with that one, need to be popped up. So this is gonna require some cutting on your pop tape. Get the skinnier one here because it is these letters are thin. So I'm just gonna cut the pop tape or foam tape, whatever you wanna call it, in half and make these fit. And these skinny little letters. Cute letters though. And I would recommend that you put it on all the parts of the N. And we'll see if the other ones need it. And this needs to be cut just a little bit more. So, just like that. Pull them off. And we'll get that next to the S. All right. Like that. Perfect. All right, now the O. Again, it's gonna need skinny little pieces. And this isn't, I don't even know if that's skinny enough. I guess it is, just barely. And then this little one. Kind of put around. So did I tell you my favorite ride at Disney when we went a couple weeks ago is the newest ride at Disney, which is Rise of the Resistance. So if anybody is going to Orlando, do not miss that ride, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. It is incredible. Basically puts you into the movie. Loved it, absolutely loved it. It is not a virtual ride, so everything feels real. It feels totally real. It's wonderful, so definitely, if you get a chance to, take your family on that. The Avatar ride's good too, but that's virtual reality, so it's a little different. The enormity of the sets they made for this Rise of the Resistance just will blow your mind. Okay, O is next. Let me make sure I'm putting these on fairly straight. Okay. And W. And every one of my kids, even my most stubborn kid, loved it. And he actually had a smile. A rarity. Not a kid anymore though, 27. My daughter's 30 and my other son is 25, so. And then we took my son's girlfriend and she is 19. So, but they're always your kids, right? All right, this one's gonna have to be a little skinny. Just put a little bit there. Can you see it? White on white makes it hard, I know. But you can tell what I'm doing. You guys are smart. All right, get this last little bit. Now, could you have left the S by itself, you know, popped up on that snow flake and not popped up all the rest? Yep, you could. It just makes the S stand out. but I think it looks better when they're a little more even. The word snow just makes me think of that song in White Christmas, the movie White Christmas. That song they sing about snow. I love that movie. Even my husband loves that movie, but he likes it because it's about military men too. All right, let's see, Much Fun is next, so that's right here. That'll be easy because it's already got sticky stuff on it. Yeah, I love that song, Sisters. When the girls sing it, I mean, Rosemary Clooney, come on, what a voice. And then when the guys sing it, so funny. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, love it. All right, try to put this on as straight as you can. It's, anytime you do these cursive ones, they're a little tricky. So don't beat yourself up over it if it's not perfect. All right. Especially if we're gonna go on this little journey together of using our stash, we have got to let go some of that perfectionism. And I have it too. But we're gonna be mixing up some of our paper packs and that kind of thing as I help you out and hope to help you with the getting more stuff done. Okay, so this other one we didn't actually put underneath. I guess it's supposed to go underneath the photo, but on top is going to be so much easier, and I don't understand why she would put it underneath, because then you got to lift the photo. So let's just let it cover a little bit on the left-hand side. Don't put adhesive on that left-hand side. And just put it like that. Let's slip that picture underneath it. All right, now we need some mittens. So many little odds and ends she's got on this. I gotta make sure I'm doing all of these. I'm just looking now and seeing that does that little snowman. It looks like he might have something in his hand there that maybe is a coffee cup. I'm gonna check it out. I don't see, there's only one coffee cup that I'm seeing there, but it looks like he's got something in his hand and I can't tell what it is. Is it a hat? All right, I'm gonna leave that one up to you guys because I do not see it. And I'm just looking at one other thing too. So go back to page 1 because I see something we missed. And grab, where did it just go? I saw it. The one that says that right now. That's this right here. That does go on this picture here. So what I'm gonna do to make it fit, because I don't have my photo down, is I'm going to mostly powder all the bottom except for just maybe an 1/8 of an inch at the top to put that on there, because I did not see that before. And I had it marked. So okay, back to the second page. Still looking to see if there was another coffee cup or something that this, maybe you guys can look and tell. It looks like that left-hand snowman is holding something, but I can't tell what it is. So it may just get missed. If you figure it out, stick it on there. But we will work from right to left here and do the mittens next. Those are gonna go tuck right underneath this. If you can't tuck, just put it on top, no big deal. And then we're gonna use your snowman that you made. This will lay down flat, and don't put any on his hat, and you should be good to go. So kind of anything below the scarf, let's say, will be fine for the glue. And then just kind of lean that over a little bit to the left of the mittens. And then I'm gonna put the big fat snowman. He's gonna go on the other side. And then we'll put the deer in the middle. So get some glue on him. And am I gonna put that? Oh, I guess I'm gonna put a little bit of his hat overlap. So I'll just get some powder on that. He's almost to the middle of the first photo. and then the deer, and we might as well pop him up since he's gonna be there in the middle. So let me get the skinny pop tape. And might need, because those little tiny legs, we might need to cut some skinny strips. So I'm gonna just take this piece and cut it in half for the two legs that are separate. The two legs are together, won't be a problem. So like this. And then his head. Now let me see, is his head overlapping? Not really, so we'll be okay. His horns will slightly go over the photo, but that's fine. Let's get that all off. Scrapbooking can really break your nails, can it? I can really feel this is not what I should be doing with my nails. I should be lifting it up with like a piercing tool or something. But since I haven't had a manicure for a while, because I'm in a new town and everything, I guess I can ruin them. All right, so this is gonna go over the other two, just popping up a little bit. And these pictures are so tiny. We've got some stuff down here. We'll get that in a second. I want to complete. There is definitely something next to the flower, but I don't know what it is. So this one, if you didn't cut around it, like I didn't, I'm just going to put this right down here to the left of the snowman and putting the glue on the shiny side. And it's not gonna like stand out quite as much as it would if you did paper behind it, but if you got paper behind it, good for you, because I couldn't. But since we're gonna put a sticker right on top, it's not gonna matter too much. So this coffee sticker, and I don't know what's in his hand. So you guys tell me if you can figure that out, because there is something in his hand. Sometimes when I have trouble figuring those things out, I will actually go on my phone and then spread the page, you know, so it enlarges so I can figure out what that is. But it just looks like something blue with a star on it. And I just can't tell what that is. But not that big of a deal, so we won't worry about it. So that little flower thing goes here. And then up here, you're gonna need this blue sticker. Right here, the very upper, and it's delicate, so be careful when you're peeling it off. And that's gonna go just a little bit to the left. Now this is gonna cover two photos, so you might wanna powder it a little bit. I'm just gonna put it on there for now, and I'll lift it later, because the stickers usually are a little bit peelable on that, so I'm not gonna worry so much. And then the word joy, I'm gonna put a little bit lower. I'm gonna put it lower than my glitter paper, because my photo will go above it. You could put it even lower than that. You could put it down on the mat if you want. And I'm gonna put it over his hand so you can see the word joy. Like that. If that doesn't work for you, put it up here. I mean, it doesn't have to go exactly like Jennifer decided, all right? All right, that part's done. We need to do a little bit down here, and I've got one more of these babies. So that goes down lower right. And over that is a green sticker for the date. You could pop that up or put it down. I'm just putting it straight down because I'm gonna write on it. It's easier to write on it when it's not popped up. All right, and one more thing up here. I think we got everything on that right-hand side. So the only thing left, I think, is just another one of those little tabs, and this is the tab that says happy. And I'm going to powder the bottom of it and just leave enough sticky to go on the mat here. So it's just the only sticky part is on the mat. Okay. Oh, one more thing. Good times. Good times goes right above the Snow Much Fun. I'm gonna put my ruler up there because I want this to be straight. even though my letters may not be. This will help me see whether my letters did turn out straight. Now that I'll have this on. Let me see. Slightly crooked. I can see my W could use a little bit of, go up a little bit more. Let me stand above it. Let's see if I can get that a little straighter there. That's the problem with working not above it. Sometimes it looks straight when it's not. Yeah, a little better. Okay, so I think we're done with that part. I don't see anything that we missed except for that one sticker that we can't figure out. So here we go. Hope the lighting is good enough for you guys, and we'll be moving on to layout 3.